Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back along to another episode of Grass or Grain with me, Jack O'Brien. Hope you're doing very well today. We are just heading back to the main yard, or to our main yard, in the Scorpion. It's up to shift some bags of fertilizer around and some seed as well, actually. So that's all on its way. It's probably back up the yard now on the back of the truck. And today, we're going to start by having a bit of a look into some of the equipment we have here. Some of the equipment that's changed, some of the new machines we have on the yard here against some of the, what you would remember as the older equipment. And we'll have a look into it and see what we had to change out really as part of the issue with the big flooding way back when. Now, a lot of people have asked if we're going to be moving back down to that premises. Down in the valley over there. The answer to that is no. Main reason being that it is just too unsafe as a business premises. It needs to be flattened. And also, because there was a significant flood in there at one point, which cost my insurance company a lot of money to pay out to help me get back online, the insurance company are not willing or able to reinsure me there, really. They don't want to provide me coverage where that kind of thing could potentially happen once again. So we're going to be staying up here. It was a lovely yard. We've still got the land in that area there, but we do not have the... it's expressly written within my... within the language of my contract that we're not to use that area. So that's what that's looking like. So for right now, there's been a few changes since we last spoke. Just knock that off there. And we are going to have a look into what some of those changes look like. But yeah, before we get to those, obviously we have our truck. We had this in the about a year ago. Still, it's the same truck. It was actually parked just on the higher ground there with a load of hay on, ready to go to the BGA. So fortunately, we were able to save that pretty quickly. And yeah, we still need that. The plan is to be able to ferry hay and straw around there and be able to sell it and transport it. So we do need a truck there to get that done. So yeah, that has been and will continue to be invaluable to us. We have our 6920. This has been a beautiful tractor. It continues to be an absolute workhorse for us. Really, really good. Actually, like, we don't have many tractors with front loaders on or front linkages. We've got two. This one doesn't have one here, but this does a lot of the grunt, a lot of the trailer work, does a lot of the cultivation work as well. Not the heavy, but the light cultivation work. But yeah, get a lot of use out of this. Love that tractor, I really do. And then we're on to some of our grass equipment. We've got a tedder and a rake, 7-meter Cavernial rake with, I believe it's a 6 or an 8-meter tedder there as well by Kuhn. In the big shed here, we've got obviously the Scorpion. We have our mowers still. Not much has changed there. We've got a sprayer. 24 meters Kuhn sprayer there with a front tank on as well. We've got a John Deere 8310. Now this looks like a big tractor, and to be honest it is a big tractor. We needed something a little bit bigger there. This is about as big as we could go. We needed something a little bit bigger there so we could do heavier groundwork around here with some big hills that we're working on as well. So we need to be able to pull that equipment up and around there where possible. Some people have said it's probably too big or it was unnecessary, but we did have the 4955, which was about the same size horsepower wise, just didn't look quite as big. So we replaced it like for like really, or as close to like for like as we could get, and still be able to kind of continue to push our output there, which is always important to us. Really want to be able to do that. We've got a selection of our front loader equipment down the side here. A couple of our grain trailers, got a sprayer Bowser over there as well. And we've got the Abbey. Of course, we've got the Abbey tanker here. Beautiful little old tanker. Still does a cracking job for us. And yes, I was pleased to be able to... That was actually submerged up to about the height of this pipe attacher here. So it was fortunate that we dragged it out there and gave it a good clean off there and sprayed everything down with a bit of oil, protected it a little bit. And it seems to be okay. We did check the bearings on the pump here. That seemed to be okay as well. So we were able to get cracking along with that very nicely. Now, there's a few things that are different since we last spoke. I'm going to have a look into those before we look inside this shed here. There's my truck, of course. There's a huge big crane here. This is not mine, obviously. But this is here to provide us with the option to put up this first shed. Now, what that looks like, we do have another shed of which most of the bits and pieces are there, and it's going to go up exactly along this line here. It's going to double over, so we're going to have 2 storage areas. We're going to build another brick wall down the bottom there, so it kind of pens it in a little bit more. But this is going to be a great opportunity for us to store hay and straw into either of these, but also just to get some of our machinery under cover as well. The shed next door that we're going to look into, that is pretty tight in terms of the amount of space it has in there, and there's no combine there yet. As I think I touched on in the last episode, we don't have our own combine. We've been leasing a combine, and we're going to continue to do that for the time being until finances make it a little bit more logical to actually look into buying a machine. So we've got 2 bays. The first one went up in about 2 days, actually. It flew up there, so we'll be looking for very much of the same again, but this monstrous bit of kit is still here, so we're waiting for that to get done out of the way. But and then we should have a little bit of a stack yard kind of thing going on here as well, which should be interesting. And now, you may have just seen a little bit of what's inside the shed, but here we are. This is the equipment shed, really, for now. There will be times during the summer where this might have grain inside it if we really run out of storage space, but we'll see. We start with our Fendt. This is the 716, a lovely tractor. Really do like this. I'm not going to get rid of this anytime soon. This one has a PTO on the front as well, so this pulls both our front and rear mowers. It does a lot of the other work as well. Still, this is one of the first kind of generations of the Fendt where we're starting to see it become a lot more computerized. A lot more functionality there on the monitor you see, and it was just a beautiful tractor all in there, and it was something that we'd love to keep running for a little bit longer. I got quite a few hours on the clock, but it's still doing a magnificent job. And then finally, in terms of our tractors, last but not least, the 11090 is, well, you know, it is what we've got to keep it around. It's just a beautiful machine, really. This has the hair on the bonnet here, which I believe signifies the 40k box. Just a beautiful old girl. Just a great tractor there. Really, really powerful, lovely machine. Equipment-wise, we had to get a new bale wrapper. Our McHale bale wrapper was ruined. It was written off by the insurance there. Our fertilizer spinner is all good. We've got a grass harrow, which is fine. Now, you may remember there, at the time, we were leasing a forage harvester because ours had broken down and was in the workshop about to get repaired where possible. And then the flood hit, and it was, again, insurance adjuster looked at it and deemed it necessary just to kind of to bin it, really, to sack it off. So we did some shopping around there. We looked at a few different large dispersal sales, found a really good condition Rico Mangeli second-hand forager. So we jumped at it. We've got it, and this is going to be its first season, really. So we've just started to get some nitrogen down onto the fields. So we're probably we'll be a good few weeks away from starting any silage, but we've got the forager here for it anyway. It looks in immaculate condition, as you can see. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how that works out. Cultivation wise, we've got our there's a 6 meter power harrow there. We've got a 6 meter power harrow because our combination drill is 6 meters as well, so we want to be able to keep up with that. And that Fendt can just about manage it properly. We've got a Lemken plow, a nice 6.4 reversible, which spends a lot of its time on the 8310. We don't do a lot of ploughing at the moment, but some of the land we're going back into is definitely going to need it. So as you can see, that's looking fairly new and shiny as well. We need to get that into the ground and get those mold boards working a little bit. And then we've got our square baler. This is our New Holland. Not a bad machine at all there, the 1290. It really is looking good and functioning well there. So that's what we're really going to push on. So yeah, that's kind of where we are for the most part and what's happening with the yard there. What we do need to do, like I say, we don't have our own combine. We are always looking for the best lease and hire options, and we will be jumping over to a hire as soon as it makes financial sense. Really, I think is the best way to describe it. But yeah, that's gonna be us, and that's gonna be where we're looking to move on to. For right now, though, what we need to look into doing is getting this guy unloaded and sticking these bags of seeds somewhere, which is likely. For that, now he's going to have to shift that pressure washer as well, but we're probably just going to stick those down in that corner just to get them under a cover because, yeah, I want to keep the dampness off them a little bit there. So we'll start with doing that, I think. Okay, so we'll just get these straps off here. Alright, and straps are off. Let's see We're probably going to move things around a little bit here to give this a little bit more space, I think. And then, yeah, we'll get the John Deere out there. We've got some drilling that's nearly ready, but I want to get the ground ready, the equipment ready here first, and then we can, well, we won't have to worry about it after that, really. What we'll do is just swing this guy over here. Perfect stuff. Okay, we'll just get this stuck into here. So this is spring barley in here that we're going to get planted as much as possible. Just 'cause it'll be a good crop for us. It gets the ground in a better position as well, so that when we do next year, there we can probably look to get a first wheat into that ground as well. So that's what we're planning for at the very least. But like I say, this could be great to have this extra storage space here. So we have the we just needed more surface area, really, if I'm being honest. That's all we were struggling with. And yeah, it'd be nice to... We've got the hay barns over on the other side there, the Dutch barns, but we do need some more space in which to store just general equipment, really. I am starting to do a little bit of inquiring as to combine lease agreements to see where would be good. It looks like I've developed a nice little relationship with my local class merchant on the back of acquiring this Scorpion. We might be looking into a Lexion, or maybe not a Lexion, maybe a Tucano. We did last year. We had the New Holland C970, I think it was, and that was a very impressive, nice bit of equipment. So we could always look for something similar again. But yeah, I know he's desperately looking into trying to tempt me with a class, so we'll have to wait and see about that. So how have you been anyway? I hope everyone is fantastic. Whatever you're getting up to, do let me know down below in the comments. Been great to see how well received the first the return was, really, that episode of the that we brought up to Simulation for the Nation just recently. I'm glad you are all enjoying it. Perfect. One thing I have noticed as well, the price of the seed here is becoming pretty expensive. So what we are going to be doing when we get our own harvest at back end of this summer, we are going to look to do some of our own seed treatment there, so we don't have to well, we don't have to splash out on this ourselves, because that'd be if we can treat some of our own produce there, then the cost is substantially lower, which would benefit everybody. So that's something we have to look into and see where and how we can do that. I know there's quite a few mobile dressing plants that will come to your yard, so we might have to look into finding one of those. Alright then. Do really like this Scorpion as well. It's been a beautiful tractor for us so far. Really is kicking along nicely. Be careful, don't drop that there though. I find it to be so responsive when you're just using it for any general loader work. Really, really is. There we go. So we'll get these last few done. We'll get the John Deere started up, bring that out, and we're going to actually start to put some of this seed into the front hopper there and get that all serviced up ready to roll. So we'll catch you in just a little bit, I think. Listen to a pair over there, just beautiful. That guy here. So what we need to do, we haven't got this calibrated for the season yet. We haven't got it all the pipes connected up or anything like that. So that's on our list to do. What I'm going to do right now though is just take it out. Perfect. And then we'll just poke the front end around the corner here so that we can get the seed into the front hopper, and then yeah, we'll set about everything else we need to do with it. I love the older grills there on the 10 series John Deere's. This look beautiful. Okay, so we'll leave that about there. We'll have to jump up on the top and empty those out there. Kick you off. But as you can see, we're running out of storage space because we have had to kick the lorry has to stay outside right now. I want that in that shed, but it's just full of other equipment. So that is on our list of things that we need to try and do at some stage. But for right now, we are going to leave it here. It's been a little bit of a quick one, just to kind of show what we're getting up to and what's inside the sheds. And where we're going to go moving forward. So for right now, we're going to keep pushing on with that. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything, and we will see you all in the next one. Until then though, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.